We're here today with Tababu on what is the first anniversary of his Blessed Coffee Company.
Correct.
Yes?
Correct.
I first want to congratulate you on 1 year, one successful first year
Thank you,
down.
thank
Yes.
you, thank you.
How's the first year been for you?
Oh, it's been quite a wonderful journey. In fact, a dear friend sent me an email and said, "Wow, it's only been a year. It's only been a year. You've done so much in a year." And looking back, we were so engaged. The engagement, the task is from the heart. It's passion driven. When I visited Ethiopia, when I went to the coffee growing area and looked at the farmers, they work from sunrise to sundown. They put 90% of the work into producing this wonderful bean. But at the end, in the international market system, what they got is under 1%. That 1% cannot sustain, cannot even feed them three meals a day. And I thought that was unfair.
Blessed Coffee is a B corporation, and for some of our viewers at home, they don't exactly know what it is. It's a relatively new occurrence. Would you be able to tell me a little
Sure.
bit more about it?
Well, a benefit corporation in Maryland is a corporation that has committed itself to what we call a triple bottom line. One is its own profit. Two is social and workplace responsibility, the highest ethics in terms of treating employees and relating with the community. And third is environmental responsibility. The first benefit corporation to register was also from Takoma Park, the Big Bad Wolf, which is just a couple blocks away. Tababu for Blessed Coffee was the second person in line at like 5 in the morning when it started. But we've had dozens and dozens of businesses across the state registering as benefit corporations. And if you go to B-Lab, which is the website for benefit corporations nationally. Benefit corporations in the state of Maryland also make a specific commitment to one kind of social project that they're doing. So for example, Blessed Coffee is very involved in community education efforts, both here and in Ethiopia where the coffee comes from.
The old system, the profit-driven system, is not sustainable. It brought us to a crisis. So our model is a business that will make money, but also care for social development.
The benefit corporation movement is saying that people should be aware that there are businesses that are actually rooted in the community, invested in the community, who are giving back to the community. I'm just thrilled about how many businesses have either wanted to relabel themselves that way or get started and to become a benefit corporation.
We're very delighted and humbled by the love and support, and the media covered our stories repeatedly. Our story is spread out and people read, are touched, they like what we're trying to do. What we aspire to do is create a cottage coffee shop in Takoma Park, a roasting plus, a nice African style cottage, a high-end cottage coffee shop, which will be duplicated in every other Starbucks market. We want to show the world the social capital, the community value to the common good in Takoma Park is an asset. We want to build our coffee shop on that fertile ground and show other communities that it is to their self-benefit, so self-interest to admire and have a passion for social good.
The intent of this meeting, really this is a walking meeting, the Tree Commission, is to take a look. We'd like to do them by ward, and this is the first. So this is our maiden flight for this. And what we'd like to do is just walk through the neighborhood, point out some trees of interest, maybe where some trees are in decline, we can talk about what's happening to them, why they're in decline, things that you might do when you encounter things like that in your yard. Either if it's happening now, things you might do to prevent that happening to the trees in your yard. And also, because we really want to encourage people to plant trees, we'd like to point out opportunities that people might not realize that they have to plant trees. And I think that the residents really appreciate the trees, but they don't always understand that they have a stewardship role in taking care of the trees. Part of it is understanding what your trees need in terms of light, in terms of water, in terms of good soil conditions. And then part of it is looking for opportunities to plant new trees, because we have the aging canopy. They're going to die out. That's just part of the natural cycle of things. And so if we aren't replacing them, we're not going to have this canopy forever.
Our hope is to get people to understand that trees are an essential part of the landscape, that they provide many benefits, including stormwater management and shade, which reduces energy costs, as well as they have great aesthetic value, and they greatly increase property value.
This walk is important because you can actually point to a tree and say, there is an example of, pick a problem, soil compaction, you can see the dieback, that's because this has been paved, or this one hasn't been pruned properly, this one actually had a wound in a storm and then was not addressed afterwards so that rot got in, that one has ivy on it. There's no substitute for actually hands-on being able to show what the issues with the trees are, but then also to be able to point out and say, here in this spot, did you ever think that you could put a tree there? A lot of people just don't think about that. They'd be more than willing to put a tree if they really realize that it's possible and that it would really be a good thing to do.
In order to retain the tree canopy, you need to be active in caring for it, and in particular, we need to renew it. We need to be planting trees now.
The importance of this is really to get people to kind of wake up, help them appreciate their trees for one thing. I mean, you saw if you walked around here what beautiful trees we have even in this neighborhood, especially becoming so beautiful with the fall coming on. So we wanted to increase the appreciation of the trees, but then also the understanding of the trees, what some of the challenges the trees are facing are, and how we can help them deal with them.
We have a yard, we live near here, and we have all these trees, and we really don't know much about them. And so I'm learning a lot about taking care of the trees and what we're doing wrong and planting new trees.
Trees don't just take care of themselves, which is, I think, what I thought before now. The other thing is I didn't really know that we had a tree commission, and I'm just so impressed at how knowledgeable the members of the tree commission are.
The city already has several programs for providing trees, both in an Arbor Day giveaway and a tree planting program that's available in the fall. And so now our task is to convince people to actually put the trees into the ground. And so that's our hope.
Ward by ward, we'll announce them on neighborhood listservs. It's posted on the city website. We let Jessie know about it so she can help get the word out. And then also trying to spread it through word of mouth. When I sent out the notice for this one, I did get an inquiry if there was going to be one in another ward. So to me, that's a really good sign. And that says that we ought to get more participation if we continue to do these.
In an effort to increase activity and attract new business to Old Town Takoma, the Takoma Junction Task Force and the Old Takoma Business Association have partnered to create the Takoma Junction Food Truck Pilot Program.
There was a group called the Takoma Junction Task Force that got together to try to figure out ways to revitalize this end of town called the Takoma Junction. And one of the ideas that came out of the task force was, what about food trucks? The end of town is underserved by sit-down restaurants. What can we do with food trucks? So we took the idea and ran with it. We came up with this Food Truck Friday concept, and we've added 2 trucks in the parking lot of the store Trove, which is on Carroll Street Northwest. And so between the 4 trucks now across town, we're serving 600, 700 meals on a Friday evening.
The first time we were here, we sold out in less than 2 hours. So it was our biggest night ever. We knew it would be busy, but we had no idea the community outpouring that was going to happen. So we have been coming back and back. So it's been a great program. Everyone's been really happy with it.
It's been pretty good so far. I'm very excited about the fact that we got a Puerto Rican truck. Anything that's healthy, anything that uses whole foods, anything that involves culinary expertise or creativity, I'm down for that.
I think it's been a big hit, right? The lines have been huge, I've seen. Sometimes we waited for like 40 minutes before in the summer. The ones over by the co-op, we waited and waited and waited, and we still came back.
Have you eaten at the food truck before? Yeah?
Yes.
Do you like it?
Yes.
What's your favorite thing to get at the food truck?
Rib.
Ribs? Yeah?
That's perfect. I started with a food truck instead of doing the restaurant since I don't know the city. It's hard. People don't know my reputation. So that way I get to know myself, know my cuisine, and then from there, hopefully in 1-2 more years, I'll open the restaurant.
We collect the data from the trucks each week to see how they did and how to prepare the trucks, the new trucks for the next weeks. And what we found is that the trucks serve about 150 people. They serve 2.5 items. We've got some pretty detailed information per person, and works out to be 350, 400 meals sold between these two trucks. Over the past month, we've actually added 2 more trucks in Old Takoma, but on the district side. So our Old Takoma area bridges the Takoma neighborhood of the District of Columbia and Takoma Park, Maryland.
How's your first time been?
Great. I almost sold out. Luckily, I brought some backup, but yeah, I'm almost out of food.
We don't primarily do the nighttime and festivals, but this has been very nice showing, very nice. Serving Montgomery County has been very good to me, and we're looking to serve more areas. So.
Very, very, very excited, because we like to eat right here. We come home on a Friday night, you're tired, you don't want to necessarily cook, and it's like to have good, food is great. And I just think that we need more restaurants in Takoma Park, so it was a genius to bring the food trucks here and have the food come to us. I think it's fantastic.
We found that it didn't impact the sales of our current restaurant, so my thought is that we are just exposing the additional restaurant demand that exists, and hopefully we'll see we can share this data with potential restaurateurs and invite them to open their next location in Takoma Park. Overall, just all around, it's been a big success.
Raise your hand if you walk or bike or skateboard or scooter to school. Wow! You guys are helping out the environment and you're doing it safely.
This award is for the Safe Routes to School program in Takoma Park. Each school will be getting an award, and it's for all of our activities that we've done to teach kids about safe practices while biking and walking to school.
Hi! I walk to school almost every day, and it's good because you don't ride in a car, and it limits pollution.
We skateboard to school. Yeah, it's fun. It gives you a workout in the morning and wakes you up for class.
Oh, you're filming?
Yeah. So yes, it's really good for you. Yeah.
This is happening across the nation. There are 290 schools in Maryland now participating. There are over 3,000 schools in all 50 states that are part of this program. We think it's a way to drive home safety habits early to our children, but also to have a better environment and a better future.
Today is a great day because today is our annual Walk to School Day. I want you to start off by giving yourselves a round of applause. You did a wonderful job today.
The biggest piece for us was making sure they understood why they were doing it today. Yes, we were out here to have a good time, but we also do it to make sure that we are being safe. We have a lot of kids who bike and who walk and ride scooters, and we want to make sure they're wearing helmets, they're looking both ways before they cross the street, that they're paying attention to the crossing guards who are helping them out. So it was a good opportunity today to reinforce all of the good safety rules we have here in Takoma Park.
I walk to school, and I think it's good for exercise and saving the earth, and stuff like that.
It could be an exercise for you, and many people like walking.
Walking is really good for you, and it exercises your body.
So you can be healthy.
And you can be healthy.
It's better for the environment, and it's good for you.
I think that we're saving energy for the planet.
Yeah, and you burn less gas fuels, and walking is good exercise for your body.
Yeah.
So you have more nutrients to work at school every day.
I'm guessing it's just healthy for you to walk to school every day. So it can save the earth.
It was really a lot of fun to walk to school with you today, but it's not just about today, right? It's about every day that you walk to school, and even when you're not just walking to school, but when you're walking to the store, or you're walking to a friend's house, or you're playing out in the yard, you want to remember all those safety tips. Everybody else stole my thunder because they've been reminding you about looking left and looking right and looking left again, and crossing at crosswalks, and wearing bike helmets, and doing all the things that are going to keep you safe, and that's what the police department's here for, is to keep you safe. So when you see a police officer, wave to them, they'll wave back.
The benefits, obviously, there's exercise. The kids get some exercise, especially these days where there's all this kids not getting out of the house and playing video games. So walking to school is good exercise. The other thing is it reduces the carbon footprint. You know, people aren't having to drive. It reduces traffic congestion for the parents having to pull into the school and drop the kids off. The other thing is that it reminds people that they should look both ways, that they should wear visible clothing. As winter approaches and the kids are going to school and it's much darker in the morning, they should be wearing something that can be a little bit easily seen by cars, and to cross at the crosswalks, and to walk with a buddy.
Hi, and we're here with the play lady herself, Pat Rumbaugh. Pat, how are you?
Oh, I'm great. Yeah. I'm so thrilled that I have a beautiful day for our 4th annual Play Day.
And congratulations on that 4th annual Play Day.
Oh, thank you. I'm so thankful to all the volunteers from middle school, teens, all the way up through our performers. Some of them are super seniors that play in the Takoma Park Community Band. And we had the young violinist, Carrie Tominko's violinist, and Joe Uline and his daughter Anna Grace will be playing Scrub Pines. And we're tickled pink about Senator Raskin coming back, not only to lead Simon Says, but to play giant chess.
Play is this community event. It's free for families, and we have hundreds of people come together to play. We got stuff for the little kids like the mud pies, and this year we have shaving cream where kids can play with shaving cream. We have touch a truck. We have an obstacle course, badminton. There's just like dozens and dozens of activities.
We may extend Play Day because the first year it was 2 hours and then we went to 3, and this is the 3rd year it's for 3 hours from 10 until 1.
I've been at every Play Day there is, and a couple things in between. Dedicating Bell Ziegler Park and the bench up there, but these play days are just wonderful. It's just great to see kids coming down, face painting and all kinds of little performance things and hula hoops. You don't have to have adults organizing a game and schedule and everything else. I think a lot of it is just about having that playful sense, that inventive sense of, here's what we've got to work with. It may not be much, but we can make something out of it and have fun.
The Recreation Department's been so supportive. They help us get the permits for the site. The Recreation Department this year helped pay for, because we didn't know how we would pay for the sound system, and they came up with the money, so we thank the city for supporting us. Our first Play Day was in September 2009, and it was held at one of our parks in Takoma Park, Hefner Park on Oswego. And it was wonderful. We weren't sure how many people would come out, and we had about 15-20 volunteers, and we had 200 people. So here we have over 100 volunteers, and we're shooting for 1,000 people.
Is this your first Play Day?
It is. I just found out about Play Day about 3 weeks ago, and it sounded like a great time, so I agreed to do this. Pat did an amazing job of organizing this event. There's just all kinds of stuff going on.
It is a challenge once you have all these volunteers to say, where would you like to play? And what task would you like to help with? So those are challenges. Getting the word out. We've been really supportive from the Takoma Park newsletter, the Recreation Guide, and then this week we were in the Gazette and the Washington Post.
We're here with the commissioner, Sarah Rumbaugh. How are you today, Sarah?
Hi, I'm good. How are you? It's a great day for Play Day.
So today, so far, how has the turnout been for Play Day?
It's been pretty good. I don't see, it's about the same number as last year right now, but we see a lot more people coming, and we're hoping to have a great turnout. It's a beautiful day. Lots of activities going on, so it's a good time for all the kids and families.
What's your favorite game at Play Day?
Oh my favorite game at Play Day. I like the building blocks. The little kids really like to play with that. And then also touch a truck. I wish I had something like that when I was little, just to get into a big construction truck and honk the horn and, you know, feel like I'm in control of the truck as a little kid. I would have loved that.
Trees from the ground. On the beaches we have palm trees. On the beaches we have palm trees.
Going forward, do you have any additional plans? I can see it's sort of gotten bigger and bigger, and you've added things.
We do. Actually, next year will be the 5th annual Play Day, and I believe we already know that that'll be September 28th, 2013, and it will be here. But we're going to celebrate Lee Jordan, who the field was named after, because Lee Jordan provided play for kids from all types of backgrounds. You can go to tacomaplays.org, to the website, and you can read all about us. You can watch videos that you have made, our wonderful city television. And if you'd like to help, we like anyone of any age, and they could call me, email me, text me, you know, all the ways that you get in touch with someone.
Our hope is that people meet somebody new, you laugh, you have there's healthy food and healthy snacks, and it's a great way of celebrating community to come together to play. Here at Takoma Park, we're real serious about play.
It's really great to see the kids outside, especially, not cooped up indoors and just kind of really going at it. Yeah, that's really a great thing to see.
Yeah. And they need more of that since so many of them ride buses to school. Back in my day, we didn't have buses. We all walked to school, and I know it's a lot tougher to do these days, but you know, let's just get out and play, let's get out and walk, let's get out and exercise. Everybody be playful all year round.
What are you tonight?
I'm Arietti.
What?
Arietti.
You're holding what are you holding in your hand?
A leaf.
I'm a gangster.
Ooh, what do you have here?
This is like, they used to put the machine guns in the violin cases, so it's just an empty old violin case, but I'm pretending there's a gun in here.
What do you got in your pockets?
I have another gun. Yay, it's somewhere in here. It's just a cap gun I found in my...
A ghost, it's fun to be a ghost because, you know, everyone in the parade knows me because I was so spooky. Princess Tiana.
You talking about your costume?
Well, I have purple on my costume. I have purple flowers.
What do you have on your head?
A headband.
Headband, some shamrocks?
Genghis Khan.
Talk to me about your costume.
Well, this is just super hot because I'm wearing a woolen jacket, long pants, very fuzzy boots, and this really big mustache, and this Mongolian hat.
I'm a vampire. I'm Pocahontas.
Talk to me about your costume.
Well, since they have a new Twilight movie, I'm her since she's a vampire now.
Pocahontas was always my favorite princess.
Teenage werewolf.
You're a teenage werewolf? What do you got? Can you tell us about your costume?
Well, this goes up in the dark, and then there's blood, and
What do you have on your hands?
hair.
You have hair?
Me, Cooper, and a vampire. A bat. witch. I'm a mime. I'm a vampire. Spider-Man. Pizza.
My favorite candy is the Heath bar.
Hershey's. Gum.
Starbursts.
Sweets. Smarties.
Milky Way.
A candy corn. Skittles.
Hershey's.
I gotta say Hershey.
Can you make a scary noise?
Ribbit.
As you can see, the spirit of Halloween runs deep in Takoma Park, with fun and candy being at the top of the list for both kids and adults. For City TV, I'm Regina Reese.